of his head. It'll come for Mark Ford, looking to curl it in. Nice bit making a rather melodramatic dive in the goal mouth. I don't think the ball was ever in any danger of going between the sticks. Nesbitt making absolutely certain. Sawyers forward for Toms. Looking for space to turn. He's got away from Steve Tully this time. Sawyers coming out on the outside. Chance for the cross towards the far post. Richards with a header. And he got underneath it. It was a good opportunity. Perhaps a little more pace on it than Tony Richards would have liked. He got up between the two defenders. And misdirected the header. Curry with the corner towards the far post. Agri was up there. The save in the end from Stuart Jones was a good one. It was Greg Heald who got up behind Jimmy Agri to get the header in, and Jones backpedaling, touching it over the bar. He's got a bit of a knock in the process, but that was a good save from the Torquay keeper. Sawyers. This is Purser looking for space to get a shot in, and he's done well. He's not quite well enough. Wayne Purser's looked quite lively since he came on to replace Tony Cottee. Nice little run along the edge of the box then. Created space for the shot. Just screwed away off the outside of the boot. 12 minutes left. Tully with the corner. Schalke up with a header. Oh, off the top of the bar. Oh, what a good effort from the Frenchman. Looping corner from Steve Tully, and Kelly Schalke, who's added a bit of bite to midfield as well as a bit of height, got up well for the header, and looped off the top of the crossbar and away to safety. Doolan with the throw in towards Richards, just managing to get the cross in. It came off the head of Heald, off the post. Oh, all sorts of scrambles going on then, and Stuart Jones very grateful to grab the ball. And that could so easily have been an equaliser right at the death. All sorts of panic really in that Torquay defence. The ball coming off Greg Heald's head onto the post. Now a chance at the other end for Mandy. Well, they got away well, Jules Mandy. A long clearance upfield, and having been almost caught by a sucker punch, Torquay break away. And almost increase their advantage. Perhaps the last chance then for Barnet. Darren Curry curling the corner in. There is the final whistle. It will not count. It will not count. The whistle had gone. I thought it was the final whistle, but it in fact was for a little bit of pushing and shoving. And Barnet denied right at the death. Whistle going before the ball hit the back of the net, but well, Barnet must have thought that they were going to get the equaliser there right in the second, third minute of stoppage time almost.
Delighted in the fact that it's 3 points. I thought, you know, our work rate, our passion in the game maybe has led us on to that victory. The lads that went out there, you know, I mean, we've got a lot of injuries at the moment. The lads that went out there give everything they got and probably deserved the victory in the end, although we had to hang on.
Had a good first half and deservedly in front at half-time.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been maybe 3 or 4 if you look at the chances that we've had. Steve Tully's hit the post, we've had some good efforts. They haven't really gone behind us and hurt us. So, yeah, I think going in at half-time 2-1, maybe he's a little bit disappointed in the fact that we've conceded the goal like we did, but we've gone in at half-time and at least we've gone in at half-time with something to fight for.
Well, action from Exeter's game at Lincoln and some strong words from Noel Blake. Still
first at home park. Torquay's injury-hit squad were underdogs at Southend, and you wouldn't have backed them after Russ Williamson put the home side ahead. However, the fighting qualities of the Gals were shown as Khalid Chalqui set up extra time with just 11 minutes left. But they were caught unawares as Leo Rogier's free kick ended their cup dreams.
Both our sides have been unlucky there, I think. Well, now they can concentrate on the league, of course, and they've got...
It had looked like they'd invoked the Manager of the Month curse on Cardiff's Alan Cork with a thoroughly professional performance in the first half. But a second-half horror show left manager Wes Saunders fuming. Graham Sellers was on hand to find out why.
Hill. Herrera. Decent ball in. There's the header from Schalke and a good save by Mark Walton. Well, Khalid Schalke likes to ghost in and he likes his little headers. And that one almost picked out the bottom left-hand corner, but for the acrobatics from Cardiff City keeper Mark Walton, who was spot on. Torquay playing in a little triangle here. This is Kevin Hill. It's a shot from Hill and, well, the keeper scrambling about. That was almost pantomime. Thought about saving it. No, it's going wide, and then decided to make the save, even though it was about 4 yards wide. Williams, Schalke. Evans has nipped in. Kevin Evans on the ball. Chance here for Robert Earnshaw. It's into the side netting, and half of the ground thought that was in the back of the net. Earnshaw just lashed his left foot at it, and Jones was full stretch away to his right. It must have been close. This is Watson. Williams a target, the keeper's collided with the defender. It's a tap-in for Tony Beddoe, it's 1-0. That was calamitous defending by Cardiff City. Reece Weston came to head the ball away. There wasn't a shout from goalkeeper Mark Walton. He fisted thin air. The two of them collided. Weston looks dazed, in fact, now. And Tony Beddoe said, thanks very much. 1-0. Happy days. That was Scott McCulloch's ball to Robert Earnshaw. Earnshaw's on fire here. Chance to shoot, he's gone all the way. What a superb goal by Robert Earnshaw. My goodness me. It was a superb run. He made a mockery of the Torquay United defence and beat the keeper as well. And the Zambia-born 19-year-old has got the leveller. It's 1-1. Well, referee Paul Alcock has warned Cardiff City manager Alan Cork that any more talk back and Cork will be in the stand. In fact, he's sent him off. Alan Cork, the Cardiff City manager, who received the Manager of the Month award for November this week, has been sent into the stands. Who said managers can't be sent off? A referee can actually even send a manager off on the car park after the game. Anyway, this is Gabidon for Cardiff City. They're on a high here. Important block that was, but it doesn't count because Earnshaw scored again. Watson got a superb block on that original shot from Gabidon, but Cardiff City got the rub of the green. It fell straight to Earnshaw, and he's bagged his 12th of the season. 2 in this game. Turn the game on its head. It's Torquay 1, Cardiff 2. Josh Lowe's ball into the box. Away by Hockley, and it's another corner. The keeper's come for it. He's missed it. It's a hat-trick for Earnshaw. Cardiff City have won this game. There's no way back for Torquay United. Complete domination by the Welshman in the second half. A hat-trick for Earnshaw, his 13th of the season. Torquay United 1, Cardiff City 3. Well, there's a fair old scuffle taking place here in the penalty area, and it's boiling over. It's getting worse. Well, Schalke hit the deck then, and the keeper's in on the act. And I think that Kevin Evans took a swing at Khalid Schalke, and the Frenchman is incensed. Did Paul Alcock spot it? Did his assistant referee, Mr. Cockwell, spot it? Tempest fraying. Schalke is going in the book. Schalke's got the red card. My goodness me. Then surely a Cardiff City player has to be sent off as well. Kevin Evans and Khalid Schalke clashing, and boots flying and fists flying, and my goodness me, it's all got out of control, hasn't it? Well, Mark Bonner is still going, and he's picked out substitute Paul Brayton. He sneaked it into the net off the right post. It's 4-1. It's a thrashing. It's embarrassing. My goodness me. Paul Brayton, a summertime free transfer from Reading, sends our Cardiff City supporters into raptures. Torquay United 1, Cardiff City 4. Simple tap-in in the end. Cardiff City showboating here. This is Josh Lowe, it's his cross. Chance here for Fortune West, and goodness me, that was really close from the big man. He's 6'4", Leo Fortune West. Jones is at full stretch, narrowly wide. Collins and a block from Hockley. Mendy, Sissoko's little flick. Cardiff City just playing out the time here. The ref glanced at his watch. And that's the end of the game. Torquay United hammered 4-1. 3 goals from Robert Earnshaw, the Zambia-born 5'6" forward, and 1 from substitute Paul Brayson, the former Reading man. And Torquay United slumped to this defeat.
First half we defended ever so well. Second half we went AWOL. We've done a good job man-to-man first half. Second half we've lost our discipline, and we started getting involved in silly little off-the-ball incidents and not really sticking to what we do well, and we lost our way.
So there's a look at the bottom of the 3rd Division. Argyle's first away win of the season moves them above their Devon rivals with those 3 games in hand, but the picture far from rosy all round.
Over all their relegation rivals after their match at Rochdale was postponed for the 2nd time. Well, Torquay United filled a blank Saturday on their fixture list with an LDV Vans Trophy first-round tie against Bristol Rovers. It's a competition that does little to excite anybody in the early stages. Despite that, both managers showed a positive approach by fielding strong sides. Injuries did force changes in the Torquay lineup, however, with 17-year-old trainee Simon Lyons given his debut in midfield. Rovers just about had the edge, reaching the 2nd round with a 2-0 win, watched by Martin Dean.
Scott Jones with the free kick. Little flick on from Evans. Headed over his own crossbar by Tony Beddoe. Well, I think he was actually taken just a little bit by surprise by that flick from Evans. Could have let the ball go, but it was on him very quickly. Getting it safely over the bar. Scott Jones will take the corner. Oh, that's a free header, and off the line by Herrera. Well, it was Vitaly Astieves, the Latvian, who managed to get up in the area, got the header in. And Herrera having to be very watchful on that Torquay goal line. Beddoe jumping well. Williams, chance to churn. Trying to set Steve Tully away. Clearance from Chalice. Straight to Hockley. Early cross in towards Appian Williams, who got a touch on it. A brave header from Appian Williams. A little bit more power behind it. Appian might have been in trouble. Played wide for Bignett. Herrera offering in the inside route. Getting a challenge in. Flag is up on the far side. Moved away by the referee. Astieves through the middle. Still the ball not clear. This is Ellington trying the shot, and a spectacular looking save from Stuart Jones. And the ball is finally out of play. Well, Nathan Ellington didn't seem as if he was any danger at all on the edge of the area then, but somehow managed to find space to get the shot in. Good work from Stuart Jones. Bedo. Once more. Not such a good ball this time. Playing it wide. It's played in for Nathan Ellington. The shot on target. Jones having to stretch a little. Not any great danger of beating Jones from there, Ellington, but just displaying again why he's so highly rated. Just a little bit of space. He's able to get a shot in and get it on target. Herrera. Cross in towards Afian Williams. The header away was from Scott Jones. Tully in bravely because the boot was high. Chalice has been penalised. Chalice being spoken to. No yellow card. The referee deciding that he was making a genuine attempt to play the ball. It's just that the studs were a little too high. Lyons and Ford over the free kick. Lyons to strike it. Torquay taking no chances, touching it over for the corner. Probably a moment to remember for the 17-year-old, making his home debut this afternoon. Simon Lyons, trusted with the task of curling in the free kick. To me, it was probably going over the bar, but Torquay taking no chances. Chalice feeding it through once more. Nasty Aves. For Evans to chase. He's got away from Hockley this time. To put it in towards Lewis Hogg. Will come for Bignot. It was a good chance. Well, Marcus Bignot finding himself unmarked on the far post. And the ball eventually fed through to him. Goal at his mercy. And get the ball on target. Comes then with the free kick. In towards Afian Williams. Good flick on. Steve Tully with a chance here. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Steve Tully holds his head. Perhaps not surprising. That really was a golden opportunity. He wasn't picked up, he was onside. Seemed to have time and space to beat Nicky Culkin. Oh, he got it past him, but what a terrible effort, really. Scott Jones with the corner. Warren got up well for the header and turned in by Nathan Ellington. Well, Ellington has threatened throughout the first half. And now he scored. Well, Torquay caught out from the set piece. Mark Foran getting up well above everybody else. He is 6'4", and then Ellington stabbing it goalwards. And despite Herrera's efforts on the goal line, the ball finishing up in the back of the net. And with the throw.
Keep going,
Evans giving in the ball back. Now a chance for Bryant. Oh, good save. Well, Simon Bryant finding a little bit of space on the edge of the area. The shot was dipping underneath the crossbar. Forced an excellent save out of Stuart Jones. Giving it away to Mickey Evans, who's got away now. Evans with the shot. Oh, off the bar. Well, Mickey Evans just with a reminder of what he is capable of. Just got away from his marker. Good pace, good shot as well. A little unlucky to see it come off the crossbar. Ford and Herrera poised over the ball. It'll be Herrera to take the free kick towards the far post. Watson was in there. Oh, a bit of a miscue. Still it's not cleared. All sorts of scrambling going on. Gareth Law was in there. Couldn't get a clean shot on the ball though. And Rovers eventually get it away through Vitaly Astieves. Chalice on the counter-attack. It's Watson who've been up there in the thick of things in the other penalty area, getting back to make a good challenge. Well, quite a scramble in that Bristol Rovers area then. Alex Watson's initial header set it all up, and then Lots of players trying to get in and get a foot on it. Gareth Law was right in the thick of things, couldn't get a clean shot at it. And in the end, he was able to clear the ball away. Marcus Bignett. Schalke got a foot to it, still the ball not cleared. Evans with the shot, and that finishes it. Well, it's Mickey Evans returning to the West Country, who gets the goal that will clinch victory for Bristol Rovers. Torquay not getting the ball away cleanly from the free kick, and Evans pouncing and thumping the ball past Stuart Jones.
You've always got to feel optimistic. I think you've always got to feel like you're coming to work on a Monday morning and you're working for an end result on a Saturday or a Tuesday night, wherever it may be. And that's what I'm here to do. That's my job. No matter what obstacles that come your way, sometimes it doesn't always go the way you want it to, but you know, it's one of those things where you pick yourself up the next day and get on with the job in hand. And I think the sooner we start getting players back, and the sooner we start turning our draws into wins and maybe defeats into draws, you know, things will soon turn around.
So, like Exeter, Torquay left to concentrate on league survival, both of them away.
Everyone's happy, so it's good.
Torquay's first away victory of the season came at Boothbury Park. No goals in the first half, but Tony Badeau's terrific opener was well worth waiting for. City appeared to have salvaged a point 9 minutes from time. Torquay couldn't defend the free kick as Mark Greaves sneaked in unnoticed on the far post. But a last-minute goalkeeping howler cost Brian Little's side dear. Badeau's cross proving too hot for Paul Musselwhite to handle. Effiam Williams took full advantage. Referee Uriah Rennie found 7 injury time minutes, but Torquay survived. Exeter City have never won at Bloomfield Road. Just about
of Chesterfield slip, still 6 points behind the leaders with a game in hand. Leyton Orient are in hot pursuit, only 3 points further back, while Cardiff and Rochdale have only played 20 games apiece, so they're very well placed. Carlisle and Halifax both lost. The 2-point difference between them is maintained. Torquay step above their Devon rivals Exeter, but bigger movers are Plymouth, who climb clear of that West Country scrap and go ahead of the team they beat, York City.
Win for Plymouth Argyle and honours even in the Devon derby between Exeter and Torquay at St James's Park. Perhaps Christmas really did have something for everyone, although in the cold light of day, all 3 teams might feel they didn't exactly get what they wanted.
After 7 successive defeats, it wasn't hard to guess what was at the top of Exeter City's Christmas wish list. And when Jamie Campbell slotted home their first goal in more than 8 hours of football, it looked as if it might be granted. In the main, though, the match provided little in the way of festive cheer, as both sides demonstrated why they've struggled so much this season. But Torquay, and striker Effiam Williams in particular, have developed a habit of snatching unexpected points. And the master poacher popped up again in the final minute of stoppage time to grab the equaliser his side just about deserved. More than 8,500 were at home park for Plymouth Argyle's clash with Cardiff, and it was the sizable Welsh contingent who was celebrating first as Leo Fortune West gave the visitors the lead. But Sean McCarthy eventually proved to be the happiest Welshman at home park. He provided the finishing touch to Terry Fleming's mishit shot to put Argyle back on level terms, and then added a second with a looping header 4 minutes from time to give Argyle their 4th successive home win.
Well, that victory was enough to lift Argyle 11 points clear of the relegation spot, with games in hand on all the teams below them. But Exeter have slipped to second from bottom, 2 points behind Torquay, who were the only Devon side to pick up a point from the first half of the Christmas double bill. They drew 0-0 with leaders Chesterfield at Playmore, but might have taken all 3 points if Effiam Williams had shown his usual accuracy in front of goal. Argyle went down 2-0 at struggling Halifax to complete...
Reading for Exeter after the Christmas halfway period. The Grecians won off the bottom, and bear in mind that Carlisle have 3 games in hand. Plymouth Argyle look a lot more comfortable in 17th place, but are now 5 games behind, having had both their New Year fixtures postponed. Torquay drew yesterday and are 10 points above the bottom place, with confidence increasing. The Gulls are slowly moving away from the danger area after going 5 games without defeat. 17-year-old YTS player Simon Lyons was the hero, with a last-minute goal to give the Gulls a 1-1 draw against Kidderminster Harriers at Plainmoor.
Oh, he just told me to go on, run around a bit, see if I can cause a few problems, and a bit of luck. We got the draw, 1-1, but nothing really. I just thought positive and just thought as soon as I got on, just do my own thing, see what happens.
The festive break leaves all our managers facing different New Year resolutions. Plymouth Argyle hope to start playing regularly. Torquay want to keep their unbeaten run going, and Exeter search for better luck in 2001.
On to rugby in Penzance.
Only 3,643 supporters managed to watch third division football on Saturday. Southend against Torquay just survived the freeze beside the seaside. Southend stole the advantage with Leo Roger's header after just 3 minutes. Torquay, though, hadn't got easy on the Christmas turkey for nothing. Ifeann Williams earned them a share of the spoils at Roots Hall. So the only third division match that started, finished 1-1.
Jan Mulby wasn't too charitable about his Kidderminster team after the game at Plainmoor, even went so far as to suggest that their wages should be, well, given to charity. Yet Kidderminster had taken the lead on the hour, John Durnin getting his 6th goal in 12 games. But Torquay have been improving steadily and were able to extend their unbeaten sequence to 5 games when substitute Simon Lyons scored his first ever league goal just 2 minutes from the end. 1-1, and no wonder Lyons was happy.
To Plainmoor, where Cheltenham were without 10 first-teamers. Here's Martin Dean.
Little flick inside for Beddoe. It'll come for Kevin Hill. Great chance for Hill. 1-0. Clearance towards Devaney. Might fall for him. Devaney with a shot. Well, Route 1 football, but very effective it was. This is McGann. Crawley down the line for McGann, who continued his run. In towards Devaney. And he gets his second. And Cheltenham catch Torquay United with a sucker punch.
Hartlepool scored. Rochdale replace Orient in 4th. Cheltenham overtakes Southend. Hartlepool are now pressuring the playoff pack. Exeter's opportunity to pull further away from Carlisle was wasted. The gap's still 6 points and the Cumbrians have 4 games in hand. Halifax did win though and edge ahead of Torquay. After the...
Next to Bloomfield Road, where club commentator Martin Booker enjoyed a Blackpool romp.
Great dummy from Omar Simpson. Chance to shoot, starting from Northmore. With a follow-up, yes! Brett Omar on the score sheet. Clarkson. Penalty awarded by Watson. Paul Simpson scores with ease. 2-0 to Blackpool. What's going on here now? Referee's ordering a retake. Simpson scores, same place. 2-0 to Blackpool. Quick ball out to Jackson from Richard Wellens. Murphy trying to get up there, and there at the back post, and there is Brian Reid. Simpson. Header. Phil Clarkson. Good challenge from Wellens. Driving forward, Ormerod. Got Simpson to his right. Can Simpson just finish things off? He can! 5-0! And Bloomfield Road is in ecstasy because we've not seen 5 goals by a Blackpool team here for a long time.
Hartlepool have a team to watch on a charge and now only a point behind Cheltenham. Carlisle's situation is probably nowhere near as bleak as it looks at first glance. Exeter's cushion has been cut to 3 points and they've played 4 games more than the Cumbrians. Expect a nail-biting Devon derby on Saturday. The Grecians are at Torquay.
Torquay took the points with a last-minute goal. Hamish Marshall reports.
When you're deep in relegation trouble, the last thing you need is for your captain to be sent off in the early stages. That's exactly what happened to Exeter City's Chris Curran after a dreadful early challenge. It was then no surprise when Torquay United made the most of the numerical advantage. Tony Beddoe upended in the penalty area and Mark Ford made no mistake from the spot. That was just before half-time, but Torquay failed to capitalise in the second half, and Mark Rollinson eventually scored the equaliser for Noel Blake's side. However, they were not to get the point they may have felt they deserved, as in stoppage time, Kevin Parker grabbed the winner.
Plymouth Argyle finished with just 9 players on the pitch as they lost 4-1 at Cardiff City. Sean McCarthy and Brian McGlinchey were both sent off. Ian Stonebridge equalised for Argyle early in the second half, but Cardiff scored 3 more goals to take the points. Well, those results mean that Exeter City are favourites for relegation. They're just 2 points ahead of bottom club Carlisle, who drew this afternoon. They have now got 4 games in hand over Exeter. Torquay have a 7-point lead of Exeter, while Plymouth are well clear of danger, and they've got games in hand, of course. Elsewhere, Yeovil have lost...
5 minutes of pulsating local football coming up with a crucial Devon derby top of the bill. Rawlinson gives Exeter hope of avoiding the drop. But Parker has the last laugh as Torquay are go for 3rd Division survival. And 3 off as Cardiff exact revenge on Plymouth Argyle. First to that big game at Plainmoor where Torquay pulled clear of immediate danger but left Exeter with a major relegation crisis. Commentator Martin Dean.
Torquay, clash of heads then. Curran has been sent off. Inside for